My eGFR has increased from 5 to 34. I discontinued dialysis in a short amount of time.
In this video, this stage 5 CKD patient was just saved from the machine by a treatment your doctor would never prescribe. This is how you can still get it. Catherine here, I'm a doctor of natural medicine. There are 5 natural treatments from all around the world that are saving CKD patients from dialysis. But most nephrologists are never going to recommend them, and they may even forbid you from using these kidney-saving treatments. But guys, you know me, I'm not going to point my finger at the problem. I will show you the solution. So today, I will show you all the natural treatments and the scientific sources that prove they can actually do what they promise. Don't miss my number 1 for today because that's probably the most science-backed supplement the FDA ever banned. Before that, number 5, let's talk about the natural treatment that improved a CKD patient's GFR from 5 to 34.8. Yes, his kidney function jumped from 5% to 34.8%, and that's almost a 600% improvement. Incredible! And this case report was actually published in a respectable peer-reviewed medical journal, as you can see. And what they used to achieve this improvement will really surprise you, because this patient, he was said to be on dialysis for life by at least 2 different kidney specialists. So yeah, all the doctors he was seeing were clear that dialysis was the only option. And now, the incredible part. The paper about this incredible success was published 2 years after the patient discontinued dialysis. So 2 years after stopping dialysis, this patient remained stable. He went from a creatinine so high, not even dialysis could manage it, to a GFR of 34.8. So now you might ask, what did they use to save this patient? And why aren't doctors prescribing it? Well, because he was administered some powerful remedies from Ayurveda, which is something we are not really familiar with in Western countries. But the results these remedies are getting are too impressive to keep ignoring them, in my opinion. So the main remedy that was used is Punarnava. In Ayurveda, this is a rejuvenator, but we also know that this herb has powerful diuretic, detoxifying, and anti-inflammatory properties. The other main component of his treatment is Gokshurari Gugulu. This is a combination of remedies based on Tribulus terrestris, or Gokshura in Hindi, which is a powerful anti-inflammatory with diuretic properties. Now, these remedies are super easy to find. Ayurvedic supplements are very popular all over the world, and most supplement stores sell them. But not all Ayurvedic supplements are safe, and contamination is a real risk with Ayurvedic herbs, so be careful with what brand you choose. Make sure they have GMP certification and share the test results on their websites to demonstrate that their supplements are safe. Now guys, this is not even the most incredible study I want to show you today. Up next, number 4, let's talk about something that's 1,000,000 times safer than Ayurvedic remedies and even more effective. In the study you see on screen right now, not just 1 patient was able to stop dialysis, but 9. I'll say that again. There is a natural treatment that can be reliably used to get patients off the machine, under medical supervision, of course. In fact, in this study, the researchers were able to keep off dialysis 3 patients for 2 years and 1 patient for 8 years. I mean, imagine that. After years on dialysis, you get started on a natural treatment that gets you off the machine on the long term. How incredible is that? And of course, the supplement they used here is acacia gum. Yes, that's my Rena fiber. So for those of you that are not using Rena fiber already, this is a supplement that's making a difference for many of my patients as well. The way Rena fiber protects the kidneys is pretty simple. It nourishes the healthy bacteria in your gut, and these bacteria in turn will feed on uremic toxins, preventing these toxins from even entering your bloodstream. And that's exactly why these researchers call it intestinal technology, because it does what dialysis does, removing kidney toxins, just without, needles, discomfort, and side effects. Now, the dose of Rena fiber a patient will need to replace the machine is high, and it's not something you can safely self-administer. But in moderate to high doses, this supplement is very safe and it can help patients in all the stages. And here's the thing, taking Rena Fiber in doses up to 6 tablespoons a day is safe. But remember that the effect this supplement has is dose dependent. The more you take, the more toxins it gets rid of. And in my experience, 6 tablespoons a day is the sweet spot where you get most of the benefits. But you can still make it more powerful without having to increase the dose. So here's my advice. If your Rena Fiber supply is running low and you want to restock it, add a bottle of Rena Biotic to your cart as well when you visit renabiotech.co. Rena Fiber reduces uremic toxins by feeding the probiotics in your gut, alright? That's how those patients were able to stop dialysis, by getting the bacteria in their gut to take care of kidney toxins. So why don't we add even more healthy bacteria with a supplement as safe and effective as Rena Biotic? Now guys, let's move on to our number 3 for today. This is an essential component of the protocol that got all the patients I mentioned today off dialysis. Yeah, all of them. The patient in the Ayurveda study was doing this. The 8 patients in the Rena Fiber study were doing this as well, as you can see. So what treatment are these patients receiving to get off dialysis? The low-protein diet. So yeah, as strange as it may sound, one of the most effective, most science-backed treatments your doctor will not recommend is the renal diet. I mean, I've dedicated my whole career to studying what's getting CKD patients to stop or avoid dialysis, and I have yet to find a single case study, a single success story in which a low-protein diet was not involved. Guys, let that sink in for a moment, because what I'm going to say next will make your blood boil. So here's the thing. While some nephrologists in the US are finally starting to consider renal probiotic and fiber supplements like my Rena Biotic and my Rena Fiber, the diet is still a big no-no. I always encourage my patients to involve their nephrologists in their supplement protocol and diet regime. And I have yet to hear about a doctor complaining about my probiotics or my fiber supplement. They know these supplements are safe. But I can't say the same thing about the renal diet. There are doctors in the United States that are actively discouraging their patients from following a diet, which is crazy if you think about it. I mean, I have patients whose doctors looked them in the eye and said, "A renal diet? Don't bother." And here's the thing, these same patients have diabetes. These same patients struggle with obesity. These same patients need to limit sodium and phosphorus to stay alive. So let me get this straight. You're telling a diabetic overweight patient to stop following a diet that's plant-based, low in sodium, and free of ultra-processed junk? That's not just bad nephrology, that's bad medicine. So yeah, if you want to hear about the craziest thing I've seen a nephrologist do, this is it. Telling a patient to give up on their diet. And by the way guys, if you also had this kind of experience with your doctor or nephrologist forbidding something that's 100% safe, let me know in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Okay, up next, number 2, let's talk about the kidney vitamin, because what's happening with this vitamin is even more incredible than what they are doing regarding the renal diet. So here's the thing, there is still some debate in the scientific community about the effectiveness of the renal diet. It's true, there are still some researchers that say it doesn't work. We shouldn't restrict protein in the diet of CKD patients, they say, because good food is the great joy of life, they say. And yeah, I know what you might be thinking right now. That's exactly what someone who has stocks in a dialysis company would say. And yeah, that's true. Some of the biggest detractors of the renal diet work for dialysis companies. But their point still stands, alright? In fact, in this paper, they were clearly able to prove that the diet doesn't work unless, wait for it, you actually follow it. Which is outstanding science if you think about it. I mean, imagine being able to prove that the treatment doesn't work if the patient doesn't do it. That's Nobel-worthy, right? Anyway, we can debate the usefulness of a diet. Something that's absolutely not up for debate are vitamin deficiencies. Not prescribing vitamins to a patient who is deficient is just crazy. And here's the thing, if you have CKD, you are more likely to have low vitamin D levels or even a full-blown deficiency than to have normal vitamin D levels. Actually, the percentage of CKD patients diagnosed with a deficiency is reported to be as high as 80%, as you can see. Not 18%, 80%. And of course, any vitamin deficiency can cause serious health problems. But vitamin D deficiency will send you straight to the chair faster than your pharmacy can say, that's not covered. And yeah, that's scary. But try asking your kidney doctor about a vitamin supplement and be prepared to hear a lecture about how supplements are heavy on the kidneys, or a dramatic retelling of that one patient in 2007 who took too much vitamin C. And the funny part about that, the guidelines for CKD management are catching up about vitamin D deficiency faster than most doctors are. So I'm seeing more and more patients that are actually being tested for vitamin D, but that are not receiving any prescription at all to fill a deficiency that's slowly destroying their kidneys and their will to live. Why is that funny, you ask? Because the only risk behind vitamin D, the only reason why some doctors will discourage it, is because it can accumulate and become toxic. But if the patient has low levels of vitamin D to begin with, it's clear that they are not risking a vitamin D toxicity, alright? Anyone not agreeing with that? Okay, so here's the thing. While I wouldn't recommend taking a vitamin D mega dose without a prescription, if you get a test done for your serum 25-hydroxyvitamin D and it comes back low, absolutely consider a supplement. Show your test results to your doctor. Any doctor. Okay guys, let's talk about our number one for today. This is a supplement that not only your doctor doesn't want you to prescribe, but that the FDA is not approving as well. However, in many other countries in the world, including Australia, Japan, and most European countries, this supplement is routinely prescribed to CKD patients. Yes, I'm talking about a medicine that many CKD patients around the world are already benefiting from, but that the FDA is not going to approve anytime soon in the US. And here's the interesting part: when used the right way, this supplement can make dialysis withdrawal possible. In fact, in this study, this supplement was used to get a 70-year-old man to discontinue dialysis safely, and it worked. His creatinine stabilized, his kidney function improved, and the man is living his life again without the need for the chair. So, question, what supplement was used to achieve that? As incredible as it may sound, all that this man needed to stop dialysis was a low-protein diet supplemented with keto analogs. Yes, you heard that right. Keto analogs, they are way more powerful than most people realize. In fact, while most patients are only prescribed keto analogs as a way to replace the protein that's missing from their diet, they do a lot more than that. These supplements can save patients from dialysis because they scavenge the main toxin from protein, nitrogen. Keto analogs are amino acids without the nitrogen. If you replace protein with keto analogs, your body will be forced to take excess toxic nitrogen from the bloodstream and to attach it to keto analogs in order to get the amino acids it needs. And you end up with a lot less nitrogen and a lot less need for dialysis. Amazing! But why are doctors in North America not prescribing them? Well, this supplement is not approved by the FDA and you won't be able to get it if you live in the US or Canada. But please don't worry, I've just made a video to explain in details how to get your keto analogs and save your kidneys in every corner of the world. It's up here if you want to know more. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless y'all. Bye!